Hey everybody, Kara here. A lot of people have asked for the recipe for my pimento cheese, so I just want to show it to you now. It's really easy, so don't get intimidated and you can do it. So let's get started. The first step is to grate the cheese. I'm using here 8 ounces of extra sharp cheddar. I really like some kind of a sharp cheddar rather than the mild. I don't think the mild gives you enough flavor. So I'm just gonna cut this up and then grate it really coarsely in the mixer. How coarse you like your pimento cheese is a little bit of a matter of taste. I like mine with some texture to it. So I'm gonna use the coarsest setting on my, the coarsest tool on my KitchenAid. You can also grate this by hand. It's just going to take you more time. So let me put this in here. And then I'm just going to cut up the cheese so that it'll fit through the hopper. Another thing that people will sometimes try that really you don't want to do is to use pre-grated cheese. Don't do that. Pre-grated cheese has a coating on the outside that's going to mess everything up. So remember, you really do have to grate the cheese by hand. So here we have our cheddar, and I'm just going to cut it roughly so that it fits into the grater. And here we go. I'm going to use a pretty low speed. This is about 2 on my KitchenAid. Don't try to go too fast or it'll really mash up the cheese too much. You want to be sure that you keep that texture. Now, when the ladies at St. Christopher's, Pensacola, where I grew up, make their famous pimento cheese for their Christmas events, I mean, they'll have 6 or 8 people standing around in the kitchen all grating that cheese by hand. I mean, it's a tremendous communal effort, but I'm a little lazier, so I'm going to use the KitchenAid. Okay, so we have our cheese grated, and you can see it looks like this. It's got a nice kind of coarse texture. The next step is going to be to add in your pimentos and whatever else you want to add in. Now, I really like to use a little bit of jalapenos as well to add some more spice. You don't have to do this. So for pimentos, I'm using the Dromedary diced pimentos. I'm sorry, diced. You can also get sliced pimentos at the store, but those you're going to have to chop up a little bit more for it to have the right consistency. The next thing we're going to do is drain the pimentos, because obviously you don't want the oil in there. Just drain it through the lid, it's fine. So for 8 ounces of cheese, I'm going to add in about a jar. Let's look let's see how it looks. Yeah, the rest of this you can just stir with a spoon or whatever wooden fork. It's going to be really easy. Yeah, we'll put some more in. I would say, yeah. For 8 ounces of cheese, that 8 ounce of block of cheese, we'll just use a jar of pimientos. Now, if you're gonna add some jalapenos, you can use the pickled jalapenos. You can use the diced green chilies. You can find these in the with the taco stuff and the taco shells in your store. The diced green chili peppers, those are fine to use as well. I think since it's Christmas, I'm going to dice up some fresh jalapenos. So let me do that really quick. Again, so let me just show you how the consistency looks this far. So you can see about the cheese to pimento ratio that you want to have. So here I have 2 jalapeno peppers diced. You want to take get rid of those seeds. You don't want to assault people. You just want to have some heat to it. Actually, I'm probably going to put about half of this in. This is nice and Christmas tree looking, but you definitely don't want to put too much of this in to go overboard with folks. So do be careful if you're going to use the fresh jalapenos. I'll also just put a little cayenne in there to taste. Again, from the Gulf Coast, we like our spice. And so we're going to mix that in too. Now, here comes the part that is absolutely crucial and absolutely a matter of taste. Okay, we're going to put in the mayonnaise. Now, this is important. I use Duke's mayonnaise. It really does give you the best flavor. Trust me on this. If you can get it, get it. If not, use Hellmann's. Don't use the whip or whatever, just don't, okay? You want a good tangy mayonnaise. So you're really just gonna add this in slowly and stir until it's the consistency you want, all right? I don't use much at all, so. I mean, maybe that was a few tablespoons up to a quarter of a cup, maybe less, okay? Just go slowly with the mayonnaise, because once you've added too much, there's no going back, okay? So this is about the consistency that's good. You have just a good coating. You know, you have a smooth consistency, but it's not gloppy, okay? So this is really what you're looking for in your pimento cheese. Just put it in a nice dish, top with some parsley or something like that to garnish. So here we go, ready for Christmas. You can serve this in a nice bowl, maybe a nice glass dish with some parsley on top, but I'm going to put it in a Tupperware and keep it in the refrigerator until tomorrow. Merry Christmas, everyone.